We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Melee and More. I am Acid.
And I'm Dalbull.
And today we have Pikathewanderer. Pika, tell a little bit about yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Balls or Pikathewanderer. Some people might know me as John or Jonathan. I'm a Fox Falco from Northwest Indiana.
Cool.
I used to be a net play kid. Now I guess I'm a tournament grinder.
That's right.
I guess.
Do you prefer Balls or do you prefer Pika?
I don't really care. I had this conversation drunk with someone at Ricky's dorm, but I just don't care. It's like
Okay.
the same thing to me.
Cool. Well, if you are new to the show, how this works is we will play 30 minutes of Melee, and we will ask Melee-related questions, and then Dalton will play 30 minutes of Melee, and I will ask more related questions. Yeah, let's go Pika in the chat. But yeah, without further ado.
Yeah,
Shout out the oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
I'd say shout out the I already forgot what the tournament series was called, but the online Indiana tournaments. I'd play on stream and type in between my games because I was usually playing someone like significantly
Dude,
better than me.
it's so good. I'm pretty sure you dropped a comment like in between a stock one time.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I do want to point out that I think like right at the start of an episode, I think 10 is the highest viewership we've had. Like just like people waiting to watch balls. That's so sick.
I'm searching the wrong person, my bad.
You're good.
I was searching it on this entire time.
I get it. I mean, that was my fault, OG.
So how did you get into Melee?
Alright, so this might not actually come to surprise to many people, depending if you don't like me or not. But as a small child, I had a little bit too much unrestricted internet access. And so I was on the internet and I liked playing games. So I eventually found myself like YouTube and then Twitch. And then that's where I found tournaments. So I actually watched the first Melee Evo and didn't really know what was going on. But it wasn't until like 2014, 2015 where I was watching like almost every single tournament, but I didn't actually play the game. So I'm like sort of a dot kid in the weirdest way where I legit was just like a casual spectator. So that's how I learned about Melee.
I think that's like a similar story to like how Blitz started. All you cracked ass Fox mains, you out
I've
here.
always said those two are very similar.
I really like Icelink in chat. He said, "No, I can't believe Pika had unrestricted internet access. That's crazy."
Look, man, I was raised by a single mother. You know, sometimes she just had to do it to me. You know, but thankfully I'm old enough that I didn't get like completely brain rotted, and I could like still use my brain enough.
This one's actually an important question to me. Who is your favorite current or former Melee TO from NWI who plays?
Favorite Fox team? What? It's probably
This
you.
is so fucked up.
Yeah, it's you, obviously.
Ayo?
I would have said Craig.
That's real.
I was thinking about it. But Craig like half TO'd the Purdue weeklies, I guess. Because Ricky was still like in charge.
Y'all forgetting about Ricky's Fox, dude.
Ricky's like a Marth before he's a Fox.
No, that's Ricky's Fox, dude. He's it's sick. Ooh.
I actually don't think I've seen Ricky Fox.
I don't know if I've seen Ricky, dude. Where'd he go?
Gotta head to off the rails. So, how do you approach practicing the game?
So I complain, say this a lot, but I don't really practice as much. Just I don't really care. But when I did used to practice, or especially when regionals are about to happen, I try ramping up how much I play. It's a lot of tech skill practice. It's a lot of talking with like my friends. I have a bunch of like online friends who don't necessarily compete, but like have played enough where they at least know what they're doing and they like to think about the game enough where it's like I can still like learn from them. So it's usually just a lot of that. I just like play the game a lot, think the game a lot, and then just like try putting myself in a good headspace to like want to play the game.
That's real. I think game thinkers are super underrated. Like just putting some thoughts out.
Yeah, if you would have like say you were in a position where you could put like full focus and time and energy into Melee, like what would the ideal practice regimen look like?
A lot of tech skill and a lot of auto review, pretty much. I think so. It's mostly just that for me because like a lot of the people I used to play with a lot, it's gonna sound like they're bad people, but they've all gotten a lot better than me. That the practice that I could give them is not always like the best. So I just being able to tech skill practice and like focus on like cleaning up mistakes that I could find through auto review would probably lead me to getting better enough where I could get like proper practice with like everyone else and like learn from just like playing against anyone, like no matter if they're better than me or like the same skill level or work.
That's real.
Like a landmark or something that you would say like I've reached this ability, now I can like play with people and give them good practice.
Yeah.
I think it is an important skill to have to be able to play and learn regardless of your opponent. But I think that you want to reach a level to where like you can offer that in the reverse, right? Like I think the onus is on your opponent to make themselves better and to be able to do that in any situation. But I get what you mean where you're like you want to be in a situation where you can just do that for them.
Sort of. It's a mixture of that and also like for a hot minute, like the only peach I could really play was Coffee, and the only peach I could get like practice from was either Coffee or like Arachne.
Okay.
And I'm not good enough to like be practicing with Arachne because they're just a lot better than me. That it's not like actual practice because I'm just getting like my ass beat, and I don't know like what I'm trying to actually improve on. I don't know what like I should be executing on. They're playing like mix-ups that I just don't actually understand. And like even if I was like taking the game or doing well at any point, it's not like I was actually properly learning anything. So that's like what I mean about like playing people that are a lot better than me. That I like don't think it's worth it sometimes. But you are right about it is on ourselves to be able to get the most out of whoever we play against. I remember that's like a big thing with like Leffen and Armada. I feel like who kind of didn't always have like the access to like play like the best in every single matchup.
Right.
But they just like refined their fundamentals like so well that it didn't even matter if they weren't playing like the most like advanced and like gameplay meta.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
character.
They basically just had like a good general game plan against each character, and they took that as far as they could.
And they had like the fundamentals to adapt when they were in a situation where they needed to. Speaking of top players, I think we've seen a rise in Melee content creation these past few years, whether it be like Golden Guardians, Mango, or Melee stats. We see like a good variety of different approaches to it. What do you think content's place in the scene is?
So, content's place in our scene actually plays a really big part because there's obviously people. So there's like the content that will push out to people that aren't really in the Melee scene and it'll help get new eyes. And that's where like I think content creators like Wall and even Melee stats are like really good for. And as much as I hate to like say it's kind of good, clip channels, as much as they're kind of shitty, especially like Sunny Stayon, which is like this week's like target, I guess, of people that we all hate.
So true, dude.
I do think clip channels also kind of sadly play a good part in bringing new eyes, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I get what you're saying. Like, I think in like terms of that, it's like, what if they just like asked the people, right?
yeah.
But like, yeah, I think it's cool to get like different faces that we wouldn't otherwise see.
So tell Mason to turn Dalbull and Pika away so much off if possible.
I think
also get
who was that?
That was Iceland.
I think Joe just doesn't want to hear twice anymore.
No, I am just known to be very quiet in my mic, like the way I have it set up, just so you don't have it, like I don't hear.
Oh,
Background
that was
noise.
the ginger thing, where you get back
Kinda.
thrown at. Well, I mean, like that was the idea of it, right?
Yeah.
So do you have like a favorite melee related content creator then, or someone you think is doing it like the best?
I personally always think that I don't know. I don't know if I actually have a favorite one, but I do have. I think like a lot of people are attempting to do things like well and correct. Like I think the videos Cadence has been putting out, how they're informative and helpful to like the newer players for this community that she's like been able to foster with only moves. I think it's like pretty cool. I think I always forget what their tag is. It's the beach player from Chicago that made the
Phalanx?
Donkey Kong video.
Oh.
Not Phalanx.
Oh, that's Dr.
Huh? Yeah. I think their content's also pretty cool. It's like that type of videos that helps bring in new eyes, which is also pretty sick. Like the amount of friends that are just like watchers of Melee that will like post that video in LinkedIn and be like, "Hey, have you seen this?" I'm like, "Damn, that's crazy." No, but that's beast. I'll watch it right now, I guess. It's always super sick to see. And like a personal favorite, I guess, of mine is there's this podcast that these pretty good New York players. I guess one of them, their tag is Poon Slayer, but they used to go by JD. Yeah. And Wasabi, they used to have a podcast called the Wannabes Podcast. And this was like before COVID when they were like grinding out to try getting top 100. Sadly, they didn't.
Yeah,
but
like very good players. Yeah.
Yeah, very good players. They had pretty much just like talking about their life, like little pools, how they felt like between majors, regionals, and just like their general lifestyle. I like that podcast a lot because as just like someone that likes watching the game and that knows who a bunch of random players are just because I like watching the game. It was pretty sick seeing them talk about stuff and like their thoughts while they were like improving to get to like this next level. Right. And it's like they were at a skill level where I feel like it's more appreciated. But like at the time, like in 2018, 2019, I felt like the skill level of like, I'm throwing up air quotes here, but like top 50 to top 200 players, like no one really cared about these players, it felt like, unless you were in region with them. So I think it's cool that they were making content like that, just for like the love of the game pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think you have to be good at the game to make content? Or at least good content?
No. There's like, it's insane how mid some of these like super insanely smart players are just because they can't like connect the dots in the game when they play. I actually think it's like super beast. But I feel like you should at least have an idea of what you're talking if you're trying to create content. But you can also just be an insanely good storyteller, put in the effort, like the technical skills to be able to make the presentation appealing, and just like have that content dog in you to make shit like interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Because no matter how smart you are at the game, if you don't know how to edit a video nicely, if you don't know how to set up like good audio quality, how to write a good script, no one's gonna really care, right?
Right.
So I think it's not a hard requirement, pretty much. I think it's only a hard requirement maybe like if you're a commentator, but even then that doesn't really matter, I feel like.
Yeah, like that's a good content creator and commentator.
Who?
Bro, what?
No, actually I just didn't hear what you said. Who?
I said Walt's like a good content creator and commentator.
I guess I've never heard him commentate before. I don't think I've ever seen any of them. You're talking about like Chicago Belt, right?
No, not belt. Walt.
No,
Oh,
Turn down for
oh,
Walt.
Walt. My bad, I'm
Yeah.
tweaking. I heard Belt the entire time. Yeah, but I mean, Walt's like decent enough at the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they're like an O2 or anything. They're definitely like
Right.
good enough. And I mean, like the only bad part of the way they commentate, I guess, is like they do like the esports commentary, but like I don't know. I think I have too much of a I don't give a fuck attitude, where stuff like that just doesn't really bother me if someone's like esports or not. It's not like he's annoying, I guess, on the mic. He's not yelling. He's not
Sure.
word vomiting random shit, I guess.
What is your take on tournament mentality?
So I feel like I'm more known now to have a pretty bad tournament mentality, but that's mostly just because I just like I'm in a constant negative feedback loop of like wanting to play because I thankfully enjoy the game enough now where I want to play, but I don't enjoy the game enough where I want to practice. So I usually more often than not just get annoyed with myself because I can't like execute, or like the way I usually explain it to people is like I'm like stuck in this way that I could tell what I'm doing and I could tell what I'm doing wrong. I'm just not practiced enough or smart enough or cool enough, I don't know, to fucking fix the mistakes while I'm doing them. And it just like bothers me.
It's like you can see like the errors, but it's like, all right, now how do I take care of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think for mentality, everyone has like different ways to feel better about themselves, to like be ready. Like I already mentioned it. Like when regionals come around, I try just ramping up how much I play. Try just like enjoying the game as much as possible, which I feel like I don't think I do crazy good at regionals, but like more often than not, I feel like I do good enough.
Yeah, at least like
Besides-
to your seed.
Yeah, I usually place my seed. Like the only times I didn't place my seed were like not the last botany, but like the past two, I guess. Like the ones earlier this year and the one last year. But like I only did really bad because like I got there and I'm like, all right, boys, who's drinking with me? It's time, let's get it.
I
I
mean,
was, like,
sometimes
busting-
sometimes that's what you need, right? Like sometimes you just gotta go chill.
No, I mean, I just did it because I didn't care too much
Yeah.
about how I was playing or like to do well. But like aside from that, like at Kilroy, I felt like I went into it pretty well. I got 33rd, losing KJ8, which like that doesn't really matter because I'm not like anywhere near the skill level where if I lose to him it matters or not to me, I guess. And then I lost to like Mook barely, like last stop, like both games.
Yeah.
So like I felt like whatever about it. And, like
Yeah.
I witnessed Rodney have to like full camp Mook, so I'm like fuck it.
Oh
I did
yeah.
good enough.
No, Mook is good.
I did good enough if Rodney had to fucking turn it on, I guess.
I like Rodney turning it on. It's funny.
Yeah. But I don't know. Everyone has different ways to get locked in, I guess.
Sure. And you did get a top 32 winners side, no games dropped at the last spot.
Yes, because I hit the fucking Fusion, Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 11, gas station cart, Rhino pill.
Any such stories?
Yeah.
Are there any players, Indiana or otherwise, that you think have like great mentalities?
Great mentalities. My goat Swedish Delight is never spoken with respect on his name. Like he wasn't a fucking. Yeah, he was gonna be a perennial top 10 player. Honestly, if he like wasn't gonna become a doctor, I feel like people just never put that respect on him. Cause I forgot who I think he beat Armada, right?
He
Yeah.
retired Armada. I don't
Yeah,
care
he
what anyone
retired.
says.
Yeah, he retired Armada, and he was like, sure, the way he played Sheik was like kind of fucking whatever, but it was like the correct way mostly, you know. And I think if he still had like the time to play, he would have just been like the less swaggier Jamie pretty much, which I think is still like pretty sick
I think that's like
to like watch.
the thing about Swedish Chic in general was like nobody knew like a thing to call him, right? Like Spark was a super tech chaser, like he had everything down to a science. Plup was the fast guy, and then like Swedish was like this dude.
Also a
Yeah.
Sheik.
Swedish was like the warm glass of milk. Of
Yeah.
Sheik ass fat.
Yeah. Oh no. Yes.
I think Alec Frost has a pretty good mentality.
I do
I
too.
feel like he has like he's like stubborn in like good ways that help him compete well and like understand like his game conditions and game winning, like what he needs to do to like win pretty much.
I've
Even if it,
definitely.
like, might be annoying.
Yeah.
To some people, I don't know.
No, I've definitely gotten like 3-1 stock comebacked on by Alex more times than most other people. In a matchup where it's kind of hard to do that to somebody.
MPA says dad milk has my favorite mentality.
Hmm.
Yeah, me too. Rank your secondaries.
My secondaries.
Yeah. I think
So
you got a name for all of them.
yeah, they have goofy little names for them. Well, I mean, my Falco is just whichever Falco I think is funny to call myself the Mexican version of. So like
Yeah.
lately it's been the Mexican Ogre. But
I like that.
My Falco is definitely like my best secondary, and it's like not even close. But after that, it's like a toss up of either my Falcon or my Sheik. I feel like Sheik, you kind of, I don't know, you could, if it's a secondary Sheik and I'm never ever trying to use it for anything correctly, then I kind of bullshit what I do with it. And then Falcon, I just like run away and then pray I could just grab and then use my aerials and hope they all start hitting. But like after that, there's like a steep drop off in like the characters I can actually play. I'm not like I could never like play a serious Iron Man against someone. I just don't have the characters that run that deep, especially like the mid tiers and stuff. So that's probably what it'd be Fox, Falco, Falcon, Speak, and then like either the Marth or like Peach, or I guess Dr. Mario, because Dr. Mario feels like pretty easy to play.
He's kind of like Sheik.
You know? All his aerials feel like really nice, I guess, except for like air. Like you don't really know how to hit it.
You know his snare gets longer or stronger the longer it's out.
For real?
No.
Damn. My bad.
That'd be a cool idea though.
Imagine.
Which one of those is your favorite to play? Like, is it just the Falco?
It depends on matchup. And this is fucked up, but I guess also the skill level of player. Like I like playing Falcon, but like Gavin's definitely beat the fuck out of my Falcon so much where it's like, you know what, damn, this character sucks sometimes. I guess I suck, not really the character. But
In your defense, I think Gavin's probably the worst player to play secondaries against. Like I think
my Falco cooks his Marth. And it's not like
no,
those.
but like I mean like his Falco.
Oh
like-
yeah. Well, also his Fox.
Yeah.
His Fox also like fucked me up pretty badly.
Well, I think his Fox is now a dual main. Like I think it's like on that level now.
Yeah.
But I think like my Link and like my Ganon, and to a lesser extent my Spaceys, I think are pretty good. And like Gavin will just consistently 3 and 4 stock them, and I'm like, oh okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
'cause
like
he
in
knows
the
every like character in the cast intimately.
Right.
yeah, because he fucking donated Fizzy like over $100 on his alt accounts
So
to get them all to like flat and
Yeah.
diamond. But I guess it'd be Falco is the one I most like to play because I play him in like the matchups I don't enjoy playing, I guess. Aside from like Fox, but I think Fox is just too hard to fucking beat. And as much as I hate the Fox hitter, it's easier to camp in the Fox hitter than it is to camp with Falco or to like guess when the Fox is gonna like dash back and shit, or, like full hop.
As 2 weeks ago, we had Jolene Frigid,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Yeah, I like Fox Falco because you basically have this psychopath murderer chasing you, but if you can box them in long enough, then you win." Is that how you feel?
Sort of. I guess I don't know. I shoot the gun a fair amount, but like I don't shoot the gun correctly where I could really box out like box.
Sure.
Like I was playing against Craig earlier, and I'm just like, damn. I know he's gonna dash back, but I guess I don't know how to throw an aerial when it's not like instantly. So I'll just lose every interaction, I guess. And just like hope I hit hard enough. Which more often than not I won't, but I'll still continue to try to
Hey,
hit hard.
You got that sauce.
Something like I really like go to you for is like if I ever have like a question about like specific tech or even like a person I have in my bracket, you seem to like know everything and everything about the game. How did you build up that knowledge?
So I played. So like I'll firmly believe this, where I was better during the pandemic, mostly because I just played more and practiced a lot. But I feel bad for forgetting what their tag is because they went by like 3 different tags. I knew them, but there was this pretty good buff player from SoCal that I met through Ludwig's Discord who they would just like play with, like obviously everyone, they would just like play with each other because for fun. But then they just knew I liked grinding online tournaments. I like actually wanted to get better, and they could tell from like the way I would try like asking them questions and shit. So like we're super down to just invest like time into doing, help me with VOD review, help me just like learn how to practice, and I feel like that's where a lot of my knowledge of the game has like come from.
That's
But
sick.
also just seeing, just watching a lot for like so long is also what just kind of like taught me so much.
That
And
puff
I
player?
guess it also helps that I guess I'm technical. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say so.
That puff player? Liquid Hungry Box.
That'd be funny if I was something from Liquid Hungry Box. That'd be a lot different, man. I'd be wearing like more button ups and collared shirts. I'd have a couple more things than I already have right now.
Jonathan, but swag.
Yeah. Nothing but Argentinian. I feel bad for not remembering the Puff's name. They were Edward Budding for his Monday Marth. One time he did like 75 players to like look out from East Coast pretty much during the pandemic. And that Puff player was mentioned in it, but like not. They didn't have a blurb. They were just like, hey, this person's like good and will probably continue to be good or get better. So like remember their tag, I guess, guys. So like put in perspective, Over at the time didn't get a blurb. So like that was like the skill level of players that was like they were considered to be, I guess, and like so I guess opposite coast.
Sure.
Yeah. And then I just know who a lot of the players are when it comes to like stuff about other players. Shout out Mike Trevor advice for another cool. Mason, did I tell you about that?
No.
So you know who Trevor is, right?
Yeah.
Trevor Fizz.
Yeah.
So love Trevor, sweetheart.
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
like one of the few people from Chicago that are like very kind to me.
Oh.
Oh, no one was like rude to me, but they were just nice.
But like that is like like exceptionally nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but another cool's like, yeah, I have to play Trevor, and I'm like, all right, bet. Trevor plays against Josh and Michael a lot, so they know how to play against Buff. But sadly, they are in fact a tilter.
Oh,
To your
no.
advantage, Nethercool.
No.
And then fucking Nethercool beats them, and then walks over, I think, to like Rocco, and Nethercool is just like, yeah, I just beat Trevor, but fucking Pika just told me that I had to like tilt him, and then I did in like game 2, and then I just realized I won the set game 2. And then he just like sees me and he's like, yo, Pika.
Oh,
and just like
no.
repeats the same thing to me. And I'm like, that's fucking amazing. But I also feel like shit that I like cast that dangerous spell on them.
Oh yeah.
I love talking to Nethercool.
He's a character.
I love talking to Nethercool in person. Let me rephrase that. He's just such an interesting guy.
Fair. I didn't get to talk to him that much during botany.
We will go ahead and call this next game last game.
Beast.
Cool. Oh shit! Come on, man.
So you mentioned like you met this top player because you were they noticed you were like really focused on improvement. What were your goals with Melee at the time? How have they changed now, if at all?
So I guess my goals during the online times were to get. I guess at first it was to get advanced, just because it was like something, I guess, to like latch on to, I guess.
Sure.
And I did that, but I never like applied for it, so it felt like very weird. I just kind of got pinged one day, and I'm like, oh, that's what's up, I guess. But I mean, I entered a lot, so well, I know why I got it. I guess I know who I beat, pretty much, to like get it. But aside from that, it was also to get like top 32 or top whatever. I forget if it was top 32 or top 24 or East Coast Fridays.
Oh shit.
Because in my mind, that was like those were the size of like regionals, pretty much. Especially like talent-wise, those are just like regionals. And sadly, I never was able to get top 24 one or top 32, whatever it was. I got. I'm pretty sure it was top 32, but I always got. There's like multiple times where I got like 33rd, and then I just like lost to someone so much better than me that like it didn't matter that I was almost there. Because like the last person I had to beat was like still beating on me so much more that didn't really feel close. But in that same vein, getting top bracket at like a big regional, where it felt like if I look at this top cup bracket, I would like personally think that I'm the odd one out, and that was like always a big goal to me, which I still also have not reached, and I don't think I probably ever will reach, which is
I mean,
fine with me.
You did just make top 32 winner side about me.
Nah. If I beat Gavin, no, actually no. If I beat Gavin, I probably would have felt worse. If I beat Gavin, if I didn't.
Do you remember our first set?
I don't know. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. 4-star Clash Online.
That was not our first set.
That was like our first set that you won, though. That's what I mean, like.
Oh, it's the only set I've won.
And that shit was hot.
Yeah, I remember. That's during the era of entering a bunch. I still kind of remember. I wish I like recorded it, but I'm just in BC with a bunch of my online friends. Everyone's doing like a bunch of other shit. I'm probably streaming my set to like 2 people who like watching but don't play. I remember just winning, and I think that's like one of the only times I've ever like properly popped off, just because you're like someone from the state and you're like the first like really good player from Indiana, aside from like the NWI people that I've actually like played in bracket.
Oh.
And so I remember popping off and my friends being annoyed at me because I
What?
think they're like doing ranked. They're playing like 5-man ranked and we're like tilting super hard.
Oh,
they got
okay,
annoyed that I like popped off. And that's before like I set up my mic where you couldn't like hear side stuff. So I definitely like hit my like desk and I went
Okay, but that shit's hot. Like that energy. I think I've only been annoyed at getting popped off on one time, and it was because I got popped off on in P+.
That's funny.
And I was like, bro, I don't
That's
play
even
this
funnier.
game. But like, no, like that shit was hot, dude. Like, and the thing is, like, I think you are damn near just like that fringe PR or like PR level, where you got it in you.
Maybe like 2 years ago I had it in me. I don't think I had it. I don't have it really in me anymore.
You got that dog in you, but it's a Shih Tzu.
I suppose you. I can see it in you, and you can't. And it makes me so sad.
I'm an overweight little wiener dog that at one point was bred to like fight weevils and dig into holes and eat animals, but now I'm just like a domesticated house pet, and I'm like scared of the fucking fridge when it's like making ice. But no, I do appreciate that you guys do think that. And I know, Dalton, the episode when you guys interviewed each other, you said that you felt like if I just took that next step mentally, I probably should be able to like hit the next skill level. Which I do appreciate that you guys do think that.
Yeah.
I mean, we just went game 5 last time we played, and it's like I can see that you're a better player than me, but I'm just like hitting you with bullshit.
No, you're just like more clutch than me. I was just like falling apart at the seams. I'm I think there's an FD game where you just like beasted on me like 2 stocks in a row, and I'm like, I don't know how to stop the bleeding, guys.
you do
That's Tito's.
you do have a little bit of an anti-clutch factor.
Yeah.
Like that's just but
Shout out the Purdue Arcadian. You personally said that none of these guys know how to play in losers, and you saw the bracket and saw that I was in fact in losers.
look, man, listen. Did you win that? Or did you get second?
No, I won that.
Okay, yeah. I remember you like. I was like, wait, Pika's just winning this. Like,
When I was a 2 seed, it's not like I was expected to win.
hey, look, dude. I knew you were winning. All right, I knew. All right.
My code is bold #9.
Bull?
B
You
U
might have
L
to
L.
type it out to
BULL.
me. Oh, bull. BULL #9.
Yeah.
Beast. You paid that $10?
That's right. Hey, look, paying $10 to the dude who saved Melee. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I
Well,
did
no,
it like right before we had Nikki on too, so it's like I gotta picture this looking a little bit.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Twice Radio. So we will go ahead and move on to the more section. I do want to kind of make sure that I'm waiting for game, so I think it should
Wow.
work.
You guys are missing some crazy ass gameplay.
Oh, okay. So you started. Okay,
Okay.
that's awkward.
Let me reset it.
Okay. You know is that the brawl clip where it's like the tournament assisted Fox Falco on FD?
Damn near.
That's what we missed, dude.
Try read it.
Alright.
I haven't seen that though.
You haven't seen that?
You
No,
definitely have. You just don't. You might not know.
I'm
Play,
waiting.
like, on
that's
Battlefield.
very possible.
I am
Yeah.
waiting for game.
Okay, we are also waiting for a game. How about?
Let's go. Okay. All right. So moving on to the more section. You're into reading.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You said you read probably at least a book every other month or so.
Yeah, I tried to.
Okay.
Between school and being lazy, it get real hard.
But I mean, that's sick. Like, even like actively thinking about trying to read. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've just always been a reader, like since I was young. Just like something that my mom got me into, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the volume at the moment. There we go. Beast. Okay, we found it. I am technologically illiterate. But we're so back.
Ricky is also.
Okay, but so yeah, getting back into reading, Remus said that he just started reading recreationally again this year, and I think it's a really cool thing that's kind of lost right now. Just like actively, even if you're not reading that book every month or every other month, it's like you are actively thinking about it, right? I think that's cool. What is your favorite genre?
Well, I don't really have a preference.
Okay.
For a long time, I like reading like coming of age stories.
Okay.
Just because I felt like the themes could like vary from being sometimes a bit darker to like even just like get you thinking a bit about what the author was like trying to convey, the character's emotions, and how that could just like relate to like my own life and like my experiences.
Sure.
But also,
yeah.
I do like fiction and stuff. Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't have a copy of my favorite fiction book right now, but I have my favorite nonfiction book chilling over there. So it's The 7 Theories of the Human Intelligence.
Ooh,
So
what's it about?
the 7 theories. Of, it's basically just
Nice.
like.
No, it's fine, man.
No.
We'll get to that book one day. It's fine.
It's philosophers coming together to discuss a couple of the leading theories on like what we are, basically.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm super into philosophy, and I think like it's an interesting read. So, but yeah, do you have a book that you read and you were like, "Holy shit! Like my life is changing before my eyes"?
It's kind of embarrassing to say it, but
No, this is hot, dude. Yeah.
high school me really liked fuck, what is the book called? Oh, why am I blanking? I might need to Google. Give me a second. Oh, wait, what? Why am my brain, The Catcher in the Rye? My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I blanked so hard, but that's like high school me. I read that and I was like, damn, this book's so true.
Some of the books in the high school curriculum are actually like, damn, that was kind of nice. Like that was kind of good.
I didn't have to read in high school. It was more like my teachers knew that I liked reading, and then she was like, "Oh, you should maybe give this book a try." And I was like,
nice.
"Fair. I guess I'll give this book a try."
But
and I was like, "Oh wow, this is pretty sick."
That's
also really liked. I read. This is kind of corny to say, but I read Slime's favorite book, which is it's a Brett Easton Ellis book, whose title I also don't remember. But
sure.
That's the author that wrote American Psycho.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Okay.
But I read that book, and when I first, I think I would have enjoyed the book more if I understood the time period that the book was like based around, because it just kind of felt like things were happening. But after like learning more about the background of the book, I was like, oh, okay, this book's actually pretty deep. Well, I don't really know how this is his favorite book, but I guess that's a book that's left a big mark on me.
Sure.
Because I thought about it a lot this year.
That's sick, dude. I like that you have a book where like I was like, hey, you know what book has like made an impact on you? You immediately were like, oh, these. Like you had that in the bank. That's sick.
I feel like I should probably the Percy Jackson series, just because, yeah, that's probably like childhood fiction that I guess left a big imprint on me, I guess.
I think if I had to pick one childhood fiction book, it was Percy Jackson. I'm right there with you, bro.
Oh,
yeah. I think I'm Nico D'Angelo every day.
Unironically, kind of. Not. I feel like you look more like Percy Jackson though. Like,
come on.
No, not in a bad way. You do though.
Yeah. No, I just like. I'm like, yeah, I see dead people, but that's chill. Like, just very like a quirked up white boy, you know.
We need more quirked up white boy.
That's real. You give me what was the dude? Who's the Roman dude?
Like the main character?
Yeah,
There's like
yeah.
a lot of Roman dudes.
But like
which one?
The main Roman dude from like the sister series.
Luke?
Yeah.
No, not Luke. I'm tweaking.
I don't know. He was the Zeus
Jason.
guy. Oh, it's Jason. Yeah.
Can I spoil something about the book?
Give All right, can we spoil Percy Jackson / what was it, The Lost Heroes or?
Yeah. I guess it is Lost Heroes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's technically the series after Lost Heroes, but yeah.
Yeah.
Some crazy
MPX
shit.
says go nuts. Go nuts. Yeah.
All right, I'm spoiling that shit right now. Jason actually dies.
Bro, what?
Yeah, not in Lost Heroes. But
yeah, in the series after.
The series after that Rick Riordan continued to make. Jason ends up dying in like the third or fourth book.
Holy shit!
Like a pretty sad death.
Yeah, is it like a martyr death or was it just like?
Yeah, it's like the main characters were like getting completely flooded in like an attack, and he was just trying to like, well, he damn near was like taking on like an army, but he like still died.
Yeah.
Yeah. So R.I.P. him.
Man, you ever read the Egyptian one by Rick Riordan?
Yeah. Yeah, the Egyptian ones are really like I feel like underrated.
Yeah, I was about to say like I'm sad slash surprised that they didn't pop off as hard. Like I thought they were also really good, but that's cool. I didn't know you were a Rick Riordan guy. I feel like you
Yeah.
gotta pick your childhood fiction, and like it explains a lot that we liked the same one.
Well, I mean, since you said pick your own fiction, you're probably talking about first second, Harry Potter.
Well, like
I'm
there's
guessing that's like I feel like that's usually the other one where
there's
you're
Harry
either
Potter.
the
There's
first,
like
second,
there's
third.
Hunger Games.
The version.
So my real childhood fiction is actually Deltora, like the lands of Deltora.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
I think the only other person that has known about it is Joe Icelink.
This old head stuff.
It's basically and Chad says, "Yo, Deltora." It's basically just like your standard like fantasy adventure novel.
That's what's up.
But yeah, it was chill. Cool. So we talked about books a lot, which I think it's because like I didn't realize like you were a book guy, and I think that's so sick.
Yeah,
But
I know I don't give off the vibes of a book guy. If you, just,
well, it's not even
if
like
you see the
yeah.
type of stuff I do online.
It's like you're a book guy that had unrestricted access to the internet growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll move on a little bit. You said you try to get some exercise in too, not just of the mind, but of the body.
Yeah.
So you say you like bike riding. What kind of bike do you have?
I have no idea.
That's
just,
right.
I have
That's right.
I mean, I have a bike. It has like 3 or 4 different gears, so
Okay.
I guess it's a proper riding bike.
Yeah.
But I just like there's a bunch of just like paths in the area.
Okay.
I'm close enough to like technically almost middle of nowhere, Illinois. So there's like reserves and parks, so I could just ride in nature, and it's like there's still paths.
Yeah, you kind of just get to go wherever you want.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. I never been super into bike riding, but I think that's just like I haven't had the access, right? Like I've been suburbia my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have a favorite path around you?
Not really, I guess.
You go wherever the wind takes you.
Yeah, there's like, I just like did not hold the button there. Yeah, I either just ride the pass like in Hammond and in Munster, and just like
Okay.
ride around for a bit,
Nice.
or I'll drive over to like Glenwood, and then in Glenwood they have a bunch of like parks and like reserve areas that you could just bike ride at, and I'll just like ride until like, okay, I'm tired, I don't know where I'm really at, I should probably try remembering all the different paths I took to get back.
That's sick. That's so beast, dude. Do you ever get lost?
The first few times when I go to like a new park, I'll get sort of lost.
Okay.
But not anymore. I just remember which way I took.
What got you into that? Was that just something you liked as a kid and just kind of carried over?
In high school, we just like me and my friends were just like riding bikes, pretty much.
Okay.
And then it just kind of continued. Where I'm just like, oh, I should probably like get some exercise, go outside.
I get you.
At least cardio at the bare minimum. If I don't like want to like lift weights,
Sure. Like
And
you want to
probably
actually
good.
like
but
be
yeah.
entertained by what you're doing instead of just like
Oh.
mindless.
No, it's not about entertainment. It's just like I feel like just cardio is like the bare minimum that you could do, I guess.
Sure. Okay. Nethercolon chat asks, Pika, what's your favorite breakfast cereal?
I'm a big fan of Honey Bunches of Oats.
Honey
That's
Bunches of
probably my-
Oats. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also that and the almond one, Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. That's probably like my 2 favorite ones.
Interesting.
I'm also a big fan of mini wheats,
Okay.
but I'm
Which
like
flavor?
the only one in my. I just like the
Standard?
like the vanilla one,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
standard. I'm the only one in my family that likes it though, so we don't get it, which is
Oh.
fine with me.
Yeah.
But like that's probably
That's like that special treat.
Oh, unironically, I like Special K with strawberries.
Okay, but like that's like
They're
the
so good.
no, yeah, that's
It's so
like
good.
it's like that's the cereal that at like when you're a kid it's like this sucks, and then when you're an adult you're like this is the best thing ever created. Like it's the right
Yeah.
amount of sweet, and it's like it's chill. It's good. Um, another goal is like based, except I don't know about the almond.
The almond is so nice, man.
It's necessary.
It makes your milk taste better. It gives it a nice, even more texture, even though that shit already has like an insane amount of texture.
Yeah. But yeah, so going. Holy shit. Okay. Going from bike riding, you're also into basketball. Is that into playing or watching basketball?
Watching basketball, I never like. Always had like really weak upper body strength, so like like even when I was like my peak, like physically in like high school when I played sports, I could like never really shoot at like the 3-point line for whatever fucking reason.
Sure.
So I was never much of a basketball player, but I do watch it like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I just watch a lot, consume a lot about it. I've talked a lot about it with Austin every single time I see him recently.
Sure. Who's your team?
I'd follow. So I've never been a specific ride or die for a team. I usually follow players. But I guess my favorite teams right now are like the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the Indiana Pacers because they actually have a really funny team right now that's like pretty good.
Okay.
And I'm a big fan of the Nuggets because I like Michael Porter Jr. a lot, and I also really like Nikola Jokic. I think he's like, whether people like to believe it or not, he's already putting together like a top 20 of all time career, and he's like very young still. I think he's like at most 27.
Damn.
So he's like very young. Right? Yeah. So those are probably like my favorite teams. I'm obviously like a big LeBron fan, so I guess I like the Lakers as well.
Sure.
Even though they're pretty ass right now.
How does that happen?
Yeah, it's insane that in his 21st year, he's still the best player on his team, and without him like doing everything, they kind of just are like not that good.
Yeah.
So that's really the problem.
Nether Cole says, "Oh, you like OKC? Thoughts on Josh Giddey?"
That's actually a fucked up question. So Josh Giddey, he's just basketball wise, he's a Australian player. He's just like a good playmaker, solid scorer, like just
all around like pretty solid player.
He's just a white guy when he plays basketball, but he's good. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is like the best way I could explain it.
Doesn't do anything spectacular, but like.
Oh no, he's a pretty good passer. Like.
Okay.
Like, he's a valuable asset to his team. He's a valuable asset to like any other team if they were to try trading for him.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is that there's some very crazy allegations of him sleeping with an underage teenager, and like it's not like he said she said. There's like photos of them together. So yeah.
How old is he?
Him. He's like 22, I think, or 21. He's grown. Yeah. So obviously, you know, as a fan, I would hope that it turns out not to be true.
Sure.
But I think it's also important that we, whether that girl and her family or her friends believe it or not, she's a victim. So I hope that the truth does come out and that he gets punished accordingly. But sadly, the NBA has a track record of just not punishing, like the scum of the earth.
Yeah. Well, that's like.
So I'm not really expecting much, even if it does come out that he did do something really bad.
Yeah, it's like she can come out and be like, "Oh no, like I want this. Like we're together. And it's like, nah, you don't get it. Like,
you don't understand.
That is a whole ass dude, and like you are a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. Also, he plays technically a repetitive role on his team, so if he were to get switched or like traded, I wouldn't really care because he's technically not needed on that team.
Sure. Okay.
I guess it's air quotes nice to have him.
Okay.
Well, it was nice to have him, not anymore.
Yeah, he gone. But okay.
Yeah.
Who you got on your Indiana Melee 3v3 basketball team and why?
All right. So it's three on three.
Yep. We can do
First
5v5
off, right?
if you need it. Yeah.
All right. So we need height. You always need height, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna believe in the Greek freak of Indiana Melee, Stamati.
Don't pick Stamati, bro.
I got to. We need height. What do you mean? What do you mean? Don't pick Stamati, bro.
No.
We need height.
Have
We're
you
gonna
seen
put
the
it-
picture?
Look, man. Yes, I have. Bro. It doesn't matter, bro.
Stamati on the
We
court, bro.
Look, we need his big ass to pack the paint and get us rebounds. So that's what he's gonna do. Look, when you think about the really tall people of Indiana Melee, it's him, Austin, and like Dylan.
Austin?
Yeah, Austin's tall.
Bro, the gentle giant, Abe?
Yeah,
Abe Vlog Guy, bro?
yeah, but Abe Block Guy does not have that dog in him like Stamati.
Bro, come on. No, I knew you were gonna pick him, and I think that's hot. I think it's a good pick.
I need him.
Okay.
Alright, this is gonna be
Are
another
you doing
crazy
3 or
tweaker
5?
thing.
Yeah.
I'll do 5. Why not?
Okay.
There's gonna be a crazy tweaker pick that some people might even call controversial.
Okay.
I think I need Nether Cool.
Hey yo.
So the way that basketball is progressing is having very strong and talented wing players that could play both good defense and offense. I don't know if you've seen Nether Cool. He's kind of starting to get like
He's a little
unironically,
beefy.
like, buff.
Yeah.
He's a little
Yeah,
beefy.
yeah.
So I'm gonna need him playing bully ball. I'm gonna need him to, go hustle for the ball on defense. I'm gonna need
Bro,
him to just,
he's in
stuff.
he's in chat popping off right now. You're gonna get this kid grounded, dude. He's gonna be yelling at 11:30 or 10:30 or whatever, and his mom's gonna be like, no more internet. That's enough.
Yeah.
I've seen him jump like 10 feet horizontally.
No,
See,
dude.
exactly. He's just an athlete. man.
Unironically, Nethercool is probably like a top 3 or top 5 athlete in Indiana Melee, and the dude's what, like 16, 17?
Yeah, something like that.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Although-
we got youth on our side.
although-
his knees will hold out for an entire game.
You did just bring up a potential statutory rapist. You're asking for PR, dude. Like, you can't have a kid on your team.
That fucking Nethercool is the weird one that brought him up. Man.
Wait, that actually is fucked.
I told the truth. I said fuck that dude, bro.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Okay.
Alright.
So you got Stamati as your. Is that,
That's my
he's your-
center.
Yeah, he's your center. And NC is
NC back to
your.
5. I need NC at the. I'll move NC. I'll put NC. NC. Damn. Actually, NC will be my point guard. I think it's important to
Okay.
have. It's fine that he's a point guard because that you could be shorter in that role, which is
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to just have someone that's like on the ball, hustles. I think Nethercool will give us that.
Okay, he got that dog.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At my power forward, I'm gonna need Mikey. I'm gonna need. his
Honestly, that's
He's the
so.
heart and the soul of the
so
team.
good, dude.
heart. I'm gonna need him.
Okay. I mean, that's
I'll,
that's just an obvious pick. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that one's the given. And then I'll put myself at the 2 as a shooting guard.
Okay.
I will just attack the rim like a madman and then dish it out when I need to. And then at my 3, I don't know, this is kind of hard.
Who got the line, dude?
I don't know. I need like a true star at my 3.
It's Alex Coffee.
Actually, I need. Honestly, that sounds funny as fuck. Yeah, I'll put him at my 3.
Can you imagine Coffee just draining threes? Like, just. Alright. Honestly, that's a good 5, man. I like that. I still think Stamati's going like 0 for 9, dude. Like,
Look, man, we just need him to pack the paint, get rebounds. He doesn't have to do nothing fancy. If we throw the ball up near him, hey, he's a lob threat. He's tall,
Oh, okay.
right? But it's fine.
The worse the league, the more height matters.
Yeah.
Alright. MPX asked who you want on the opposing team.
I think it'll be funny. Just Ethan has to be there. Pretty much.
Aw.
It's just gonna be funny if Ethan's there. Yeah, Ethan has to be there.
Ethan is the op.
It's not because he's an op. I just feel like he just has to be there.
Okay.
It just feels right. And because Ethan's there, Dalton also has to be there.
Don't put me on this team, please.
I like Nethercoal being the first one to drop just 5 Joe Ice Links.
That's funny.
Okay, so you got Ethan. You gotta put Nethercoal on the opposing team.
No, I'm better pick than Nethercoal, right? We need right. His team also needs height. I'll give him Michael 41 billion.
Oh my god. No, Samadhi will never touch that ball, dude.
He's getting locked out.
It is over.
It's fine.
Why would
Samadhi
you do
has
that
hard
to
without
yourself,
ladders.
dude?
I think
Okay.
It's just be funny.
Yeah. So you got Michael, you got Ethan. Why would you do that to Ethan? His hatred
It
for
sounds just like
Jigglypuff, bro. It's over.
Yeah, it's like Mike and like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, how they kind of hated each other.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What else you got?
I don't know.
Honestly,
They
yeah.
could just the last 2 players could be just like 2K generated players. They're just like people.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we will call this one last game.
Jeez, good luck.
We're gonna rapid fire real quick.
Okay.
So other games. You playing a lot of RuneScape. What's your favorite content?
Favorite content? I don't think I actually have a favorite content in the game yet.
Okay.
Like, I'm still like I can only really do baby PVM pretty much.
Sure.
And I think it's pretty easy to do all the baby PVM.
Yeah.
And I think skilling's pretty boring in the game.
You've sent some CG, yeah?
I have like 2 KC on it. I can't really do CG consistently yet.
Okay.
I'm still like, I don't know if I lack DPS. It's a mixture of me lacking DPS and like me being really bad at prep time, pretty much.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, wait. I'll send you. Basically, I lucked out because like I'm just dragging behind everyone
You
in the
always
dad
luck
cord. Yeah. But the dad cord, they all have done the shit that I'm doing, so I'm just like, hey, like, what do I do? And they're like, oh, here's exactly what you should do. So I got you. You're in the dad cord now, so like you have the resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. Aw. Joe is lagging behind me now because he and I both got stuck on Corrupted Gauntlet. That's why I asked about it.
It's fine. The 3 of us will send Chain Beast soon.
I'm so down, dude. I'm learning it right now. It sucks.
I have the gear for Chambers. I have my full crystal, I have full bandos. I'd probably just have to switch out my BGS for a Dragon Warhammer. But
Yeah.
I do have the gear for it.
Nice. Okay. Ooh, that was fast.
That looked like I fell down.
Yeah. Okay. Highest skill.
Highest skill is this is embarrassing. It's Hunter with like 28 million XP.
See,
I really wanted the pet. Like really wanted the pet.
I already knew the answer. I was like, how can I get him to talk about his like insane hunter level?
Yeah, shout out Settled and his Tileman series because he had the pet for Hunter.
Yeah.
And that made me want to get it. And then I got 99 twice and still didn't get it.
And so just so we're
Yeah.
being clear, this is golden Champa, right?
Yeah, the little Chinchompa pet.
Yeah. Because like you can also go for Irby, but like Irby sucks.
I thought Every was really boring when I
Yeah.
was grinding Hunter, so I didn't really care to go for it. I just wanted the Chinchompa pet.
Sure. All right.
It's the team. Jeez.
So real quick, favorite deck in Pokemon trading card game.
So lately I've been playing a lot of Chimpao Excalibur. I really like this deck because it has pretty much all the tools necessary to accelerate energy so you can attack quickly.
Okay.
It's pretty solid against every other deck. It's not like the best deck, but it's like super solid. I like the Pokemon it uses.
Nice.
And it's probably gonna continue to get better because It's already so good now. And if any other cards that work with the deck get added to the game, it's just gonna continue to get better. So
Nice.
I
So
just
yeah,
like playing it.
it can receive any sort of like
It's could
n-
only go up from now, pretty
yeah.
much.
It's not like a niche support deck where it's like it could just have a card that isn't necessarily targeted towards it, but it could work for it.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Are you entering tournaments for that?
Nope.
Beast. Let's go. Um,
They have online tournaments for it. I just haven't cared to play.
sure. Okay. Favorite K-pop group.
Favorite K-pop group is definitely everyone knows me as the Stacy guy, but my favorite group is actually Fromis Nine.
Oh
They're
shit.
they were they were formed through a survival group, so like
Okay.
through a survival show. But like the cool quirky thing was that they were supposed to be like air quotes permanent group, so they had like a longer contract, not like a 2.5 year contract.
Oh shit.
And then in 2021 they got transferred over to Pledis slash Hybe, and they were on the rise for a while, but they had another like 1 year hiatus where their company just kind of didn't. They like recorded their music, they recorded the music video, everything was ready, and then they pushed back their album like 4 months. So shout out their company that fucks them over, I guess.
Nice. No. Um, who's in your group for the Indiana Melee 10v10 K-pop group bracket and why?
What does that mean?
We're gonna just who's in your K-pop group and we're gonna compete against other K-pop groups.
Oh, so I've already talked to this about Ricky, but it's definitely it's gonna be Ricky in there, right? We need Ricky in there because he's
Okay.
the other big K-pop head. I need Austin in there because I
Yep.
think it'd be really funny to see him trying to dance.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need my boy Joe Icelink as
That's,
our older
that's
mentor of the group.
okay.
Right, he's gonna be like the father that stepped up.
Yeah, man.
Right,
Okay.
that's his role of the group.
Okay.
And then I'm not sure. I think we'll just do like a 4 member Blackpink thing. I
Okay.
think that sounds like a beast team.
I like that.
I'll be
Dude, I,
guessing.
I think Joe in the K-pop, that'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
Pika, thank you so much for coming on today. I learned a lot more about you. Typically, like I ask questions and I'm like, I already know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask it. But like, I picked up some new shit. I think that's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have any closing remarks or anything going on in your life?
Um, I'm graduating college soon, finally, thankfully.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Uh,
Nice.
I don't have jobs lined up yet, but I do have like I just pretty much need an interview. Um, a good chance I end up staying in the area. Also, a good chance I dip out to Milwaukee.
Okay.
If I end up moving to Milwaukee, I'm keeping a buck with you guys. I'm quitting melee.
Oh,
But but I
bro,
will pull up. I will pull up to Indiana regionals even if I don't play.
you
I'm
could
just keeping a buck with you guys.
you could be
I don't.
state PR, dude. Like in
In
an
Milwaukee,
instant. Yeah.
that shit doesn't mean shit to me, man. In Wisconsin, that shit doesn't mean shit to me. But
Yeah.
realistically, if I do end up moving, there's a good chance I'd probably just quit. I'll still be around. I'm not gonna like dip out,
Sure.
but I will pull up to like Indiana regionals at the bare minimum.
Oh fuck yeah,
But
dude.
there's also a good chance I just stay in the area, which I probably won't be able to attend locals because
Work.
NWI locals kind of up in the air right now, and making it out to Purdue if I were to work a 9 to 5 would probably be impossible. So,
Sure.
who knows?
Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye out.
Hmm.
As per usual, you do get to pick one player, and we will pay their entry. I forgot to ping Ricky last week, so I'm gonna ping him this week. But also, like, who we picking?
So I actually, when you already knew, like when you asked me to do this, I already knew who I wanted to pick. I'm gonna pick Never, aka Jen.
Oh fuck yeah,
I
that's a
think,
good pick.
yeah, I always enjoy getting to talk to her, even though she's on the opposite side of the state. Every single time I see her at tournaments, I always go say hello to her. At
Yeah.
Kilroy, she took some photos of me. She took a decent amount of photos of me, which I was surprised. Like I'd consider us friends, but like
Yeah.
very thankful for that. I think it's beast that she takes photos at regionals.
Oh yeah.
She tweeted, so her last tweet is lost in Emmys grants for the 7th time in 4 months. If I lose 2 more times, I'll have enough holes punched in my rewards card for a free win. I hope that this free bracket adds to that or not, preferably not. but but I want to see her continue to compete, continue to
Yeah.
get better.
And she's getting good. Yeah.
She is.
She's starting to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
hmm
Well, this has been Melee and More with Acid.
Dalbull.
And Jonathan.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and have a good rest of your night.
Night.